Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
One person killed last night in a deadly shooting in Delano. We'll tell you what local police are saying about that investigation this morning.
And we take a look at newly released footage from a fire rescue, what officials are saying about that incident.
And a local organization putting out a cry for help. We'll tell you about this call to action to help two preemies coming up.
Good morning and thanks for staying with us for 23 ABC News at 6:30. I'm Melissa Flores.
I'm Mike Hart. Glad you're here. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk and find out if you're glad with what she has to say as we head into our weekend.
Hope so.
Here's the spotlight. Bang.
Yeah, this is the weekend to kick
now
off
that
2020.
Actually, I'll tell you what, that picture looks better than the one we showed yesterday at this time. Well, it was pink and haze. It looked...
Yesterday was disgusting.
You know when Elena just makes noises that it's like...
Right, because nobody likes the good air quality. I have so many friends who are like, please, just more sunshine, a break from the snow. I have people like me who are like, more rain, more snow, let's go. I think everybody can agree the bad air quality is just unwelcome.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what made for that beautiful sunrise yesterday. You see this morning, some clouds are pushing off to the east. Isn't that beautiful? There's Bear Mountain off in the distance with that early morning glow on the right side of your screen. Here in the heart of the valley, it's another day of unhealthy for sensitive groups air quality. Wood burning still prohibited as we have that haze on the horizon. You want to take it easy with your lungs today. That dense fog advisory is in effect. We are seeing some fog forming up toward McFarland. They now have less than a quarter-mile of visibility. Keep that in mind if you're traveling north on the 43 and over in areas like Pond. You could have some fog this morning that's pretty dense if you're in the rural areas. Here in the heart of Bakersfield, we're okay. Up in the mountains, you have good visibility as well. And it's cold, but not as cold as seasonal temperatures, quote unquote, should be. 41 here in Bakersfield, 45 in Tehachapi, 40 in Fraser Park, 41 up there in Kernville. A look ahead will show you that temperatures are about 10 degrees above average then this afternoon. That means mid-60s with the haze here on the valley floor, better air quality and some 50s in the South Mountains today. As for your roadways, all of those passes are open on this getaway Friday, or maybe you're coming back home and you're watching us on your app, you're good to go.
Well, news out of Delano this morning. We continue to follow at this hour. Police responded to a call where two people were shot last night, one of those victims ending up dying. According to the Delano Police Department's Facebook page, officers responded to reports of shots that were fired at Cesar Chavez Park at about 10:15. Officials on scene administering first aid, they said, to a man and woman suffering from gunshot wounds. The woman died at the scene. The man was taken to the hospital with what they called minor injuries. Now they're asking anyone who may have seen something or heard something to give them a call at 721-3377. As we get updates, we will post that information to our website, turn223.com.
We are finally getting a look at newly released body cam video from the Sheriff's Department showing the moment two deputies jumped into action to help an elderly couple escape a house fire.
Last month, the deputies actually talked about the house fire rescue in East Bakersfield as they arrived moments after it started. This morning, 23 ABC's Jessica Harrington gives us a look at that body cam footage.
Can you just confirm everybody from the residence on fire has evacuated?
Newly released body camera video shows Kern County deputies jumping into action, helping an elderly couple escape a house fire.
Hey, are you out of the fire yet?
One of the deputies sees a woman in a wheelchair with her dog in her lap near the front of the home, smoke surrounding her. He quickly pushes her across the street to safety.
Just hold on, okay?
But once she was out of harm's way, she tells them she doesn't know if her husband is still inside or not.
What's your husband's name?
Greg. The deputies rush back toward the home that has flames shooting out of the roof and loud popping noises. They go to the front door and yell in.
Greg! Greg! Greg!
A neighbor says Greg is in the backyard, so they rush around the home, hopping a fence to get to him.
There's a ladder over here if you need to get back.
They finally find him in the backyard and tear down a side fence to get back out. They do one final check of the backyard before letting emergency crews know that everyone is out.
The house on fire has been completely evacuated.
Last month, we caught up with Deputy Kenneth Mueller and Diego Gonzalez, the two deputies who jumped into action. They told 23 ABC they knew they had to help.
We knew that we had to make a decision, we had to act, because the fire was going very fast.
The two say they knew fire crews were on the way, but didn't think twice.
Most of the time, we have to put ourselves aside and think about why we're working every single night is to keep people safe. So in order to do that, we have to think quick, fast, and take decisions that sometimes seem like we're trying to be heroes, but it's just what we're trained to do.
Jessica Harrington, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Both deputies told 23 ABC they see a lot of bad things in their line of work, but knowing this couple is alive and well makes their jobs well worth it. County fire officials say they still do not have a cause for the fire. You can see the full video right now on our 23 ABC Facebook page.
In other news, the Diocese of Fresno and St. Philip the Apostle Church in Bakersfield are being sued over allegations that they attempted to cover up sexual abuse for decades. Toni Moreland, the Fresno woman that filed the suit, accuses Father Anthony Moreno of sexual abuse while he was serving as priest of St. Philip the Apostle from July of 1979 to December of 1980. The Fresno Diocese confirmed 2 allegations of abuse were made against Moreno during that time, and that it was in 1980 that he moved from Bakersfield to Fresno. According to the diocese, the same allegations were reported again in 2008, at which time mandated reporting procedures they say were followed. A third allegation was then received in 2008 through a third party.
The children of the Diocese of Fresno deserved better. The children of Kern County who were exposed to this perpetrator deserved better, and we must do better for them.
The lawsuit was filed yesterday under the new Child Victims Act, which was signed into law in October by Governor Gavin Newsom. Under this law, victims can file suit until the age of 40 or within 5 years of discovering psychological injury or illness that occurred after the age of 18 was the result of childhood sexual abuse.
New developments concerning a priest that was once assigned to St. Joseph's Catholic Church in East Bakersfield in 1983. The Catholic Diocese of Fresno saying the priest will be restored to full duty after being on paid leave for various allegations. According to a release from the diocese, Monsignor John Esquivel is now being restored to his assignment as pastor of his current church, St. Anthony Church, and his facilities and preaching and administration of the sacraments are also being restored as well. Bishop Joseph Brennan saying in the release that the diocese had, quote, took its internal investigation as far as it could without, unfortunately, the input of accusers who declined our invitation to take part, end quote. In June, Esquivel was placed on administrative leave after the allegations became public. The diocese verified the allegations were filed with BPD. At that time, BPD was not able to confirm any reports to 23 ABC. We reached out to BPD again, and they still could not confirm any reports at this time. Monsignor Esquivel was assigned to St. Joseph's from 1983 until 1984.
Weekend on 23 ABC, we will be airing a special edition of 23 ABC News as we revisit the major earthquakes and aftershocks that shook the high desert last summer. We spoke with residents in Ridgecrest and Trona. You'll hear from seismology experts and Kern County officials about how our preparations are now in place for a future major event. Join us for that 23 ABC special airing Sunday during our 6 o'clock newscast.
Well, being fit is always a top New Year's resolution for many of us, but what does it actually take to stick with it?
That's right. 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido joins a local gym this morning, and like many of us, still has not begun to get fit in the new year yet. John, not just yet.
Mike, did you have to remind me about that? He was telling us that I still haven't worked out this year, which Carrie knows because I come to this gym, and she was like, I don't think I've seen you yet here. So we're motivating you all, just like I'm motivating myself. It is the first Friday, not too late to head on out to the gym, start those fitness goals. So we have Coach Carrie here with us. What is the main thing that you think keeps people away from sticking to their goals, and how do we fix that?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One is definitely start out small. Add some short-term goals, some things that you can accomplish in a week or 2 weeks. Another one is accountability, or partners, or a buddy system, or having your whole family kind of buying into what you're doing. Maybe even you just sit down with that buddy or with your family and say, hey, this is what I want to do. You want to do it with me?
You know who my accountability buddy is? Danielle Kernkamp. Her and I work out all the time. And she is a great one because she comes to the gym every single day. So I would say accountability is so important, and even better is to just be consistent. So if you choose to come once a week, as long as you're consistent with it, you should make it through. Well, thank you so much, Carrie, for being with us this morning. And if you guys haven't started your fitness goals or any of your New Year's resolutions, well, start today. It's the first Friday of the year. I'm going to send it back to you guys. For now, we're live at Orange Theory Fitness in Bakersfield. Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Now to a call for blood donations to help a local family in need. Houchin Community Blood Bank taking to social media and posting these pictures of twin babies. This is Gloria and Maya. In the post, Houchin officials say both baby girls were born prematurely at 24 weeks, and they are now in dire need for blood. Houchin specifically is asking for O negative and O positive blood types, but any donations can help. Anyone who can and is willing to donate is encouraged to drop by at any of the Houchin locations. They have 2 donor centers, one located on Truxton Avenue, the other at Bolt House Drive.
Local teachers looking for work and events going on next month that could help launch your career. The 20th annual Kern County Teacher Recruitment Fair is scheduled to take place on Saturday, February 22nd, going from 8 a.m. until noon at the Larry E. Ryder Education Center located at 2000 K Street. Individuals who are fully credentialed, intern eligible, career technical education teachers, or holders of bachelor's degrees or higher are invited to attend. For those interested, we have a link to pre-register on our website, turnto23.com.